Ever found yourself intrigued by the world's most disruptive species? Well, prepare to be fascinated. We're about to embark on an ecological adventure exploring the realm of invasive species. These are plants, animals, or pathogens that are non-native to an ecosystem and whose introduction can lead to economic or environmental harm or harm to human health. Sounds ominous, right? Their impact is profound and far-reaching, disrupting ecosystems and threatening biodiversity. From the depths of our oceans to the heights of our forests, these species know no bounds. Over the course of this video, we'll be counting down the top 10 invasive species that have made their mark on our planet in ways you might not expect, each one with its own unique story of intrusion and invasion. So hold on to your hats, nature enthusiasts, because this is going to be a wild ride. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of invasive species. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the cane toad. This amphibian, originally native to South and Central America, was introduced to Australia in the mid-1930s with the best of intentions. The idea was to control the population of cane beetles, a pest that was wreaking havoc on Australia's sugarcane crops. However, the cane toad quickly proved to be more of a problem than a solution. With no natural predators to keep them in check, their population exploded, spreading across the continent at an alarming rate. This rapid expansion has had disastrous effects on the local ecosystem. Cane toads produce a potent toxin that is deadly to many native Australian species. This means that many of the animals that try to eat the cane toad end up paying the ultimate price, leading to a significant drop in their populations. A true menace, this toad has hopped its way into our countdown. Flying in at number 9, meet the European starling. This small iridescent bird, native to Eurasia, was introduced to North America around the late 19th century. With a seemingly innocuous start of just about 100 birds released in New York Central Park, the European starling population skyrocketed. They've now spread coast to coast, with an astounding 200 million birds flitting across the North American skies. But why is this feathered friend a foe? The starling's success story is a problem for native species. Their aggressive nature and adaptability allow them to outcompete native birds for food and nesting sites, and their vast numbers can devastate crops. Additionally, their droppings can harbor a fungus harmful to humans. So, while the European starling may be a sight to behold with its glossy plumage and lively chatter, remember it's an unwelcome guest in our ecosystems, a star in our countdown but a villain in the skies. Swimming into the 8th spot, we have the lionfish. This striking creature, with its venomous spines and vibrant colors, may seem like the life of the party, but don't be fooled. The lionfish is a marine nightmare causing havoc in the Atlantic Ocean. Originating from the Indo-Pacific, these fish were unintentionally introduced into the Atlantic around the mid-80s and have since spread like wildfire. Their quick reproduction rate and lack of natural predators have allowed them to dominate, causing a significant imbalance in the marine ecosystem. Lionfish are voracious eaters, consuming over 50 different species of fish, and their appetite has led to the decimation of local marine life. They've also caused economic troubles, affecting commercial fishing and tourism. Despite efforts to control their population, like organized hunting tournaments, their numbers continue to soar. A royal pain in the ocean, the lionfish. Slithering into number 7, say hello to the brown tree snake. An unwelcome guest to Guam, this reptilian invader first made its appearance after World War II, likely hitching a ride on military cargo. With no natural predators to keep it in check, the brown tree snake has run rampant, causing a dramatic drop in the local bird population. This slinky serpent's taste for birds is so insatiable that it has wiped out nearly all of Guam's native species. The Guam rail and the Micronesian kingfisher, for instance, have been driven to extinction in the wild, surviving only in captive breeding programs. Efforts to control the snake's spread are ongoing and multifaceted, including trapping snake-sniffing dogs and even dropping bait laced with acetaminophen, a common pain reliever that's deadly to these snakes. Despite these challenges, hope remains. Conservationists continue their tireless work, striving to restore balance to Guam's ecosystem, a slippery problem indeed, the brown tree snake. Clinging to number 6, we present the zebra mussel. This tiny titan, no larger than a fingernail, has been causing outsized issues since its introduction to North America in the late 20th century. Named for the striped pattern on their shells, zebra mussels hitched a ride on transatlantic freight ships, finding a new home in the Great Lakes. Their spread across North America has been alarmingly rapid, facilitated by their ability to attach themselves to various surfaces and their high reproductive rate. Today they inhabit waterways from Louisiana to Quebec, a testament to their adaptability. But why are they a problem? Zebra mussels are filter feeders, straining out plankton and altering the aquatic food chain in the process. Additionally, their penchant for attaching themselves to hard surfaces has wreaked havoc on water infrastructure, clogging pipes and damaging equipment. A small creature causing big problems, the zebra mussel. Splashing into number 5, we have the Asian carp. These lively fish, native to China, were introduced to the United States in the 70s. They were initially brought in to keep algae levels in check in fish farms and wastewater treatment ponds. However, their rapid breeding and voracious appetite soon led to an unexpected spread throughout the Mississippi River system. With the ability to consume up to 40% of their body weight in plankton each day, these invasive species pose a significant threat to native fish populations. They outcompete native species for food and habitat, leading to a reduction in biodiversity. The Asian carp's dominance in aquatic ecosystems has been a cause for concern among ecologists and fishermen alike. Efforts are ongoing to control their spread, but these fish are tough, adaptable, and incredibly prolific. It's a prime example of how well-intentioned introductions can lead to problematic invasions. A fishy problem, the Asian carp. Constricting the 4th spot, meet the Burmese python. A native of Southeast Asia, this slithering behemoth made its grand entrance to Florida, most likely through the exotic pet trade. With no natural predators, it quickly claimed the Everglades as its new stomping grounds. Here's where things get dicey. The Burmese python is a voracious eater, capable of consuming animals as large as alligators. Its appetite and rapid reproduction have led to a drastic decline in the Everglades' native wildlife. From marsh rabbits to bobcats, no creature is safe from this constrictor's deadly grip. Considered one of the largest snake species on Earth, the Burmese python can grow up to 20 feet in length. Its size and stealth make it a formidable invader, challenging to locate and even harder to remove. Efforts to control its population are ongoing, but the task is as daunting as the python itself, a giant problem in the Everglades. The Burmese python. Crawling into number 3, we have the Argentine ant. These tiny trespassers, native to South America, have managed to make their way to every corner of the globe. They're found on 6 continents, hitching a ride with humans and establishing new colonies wherever they land. These ants are known for their super colonies, massive networks of nests that can stretch for miles. This allows them to outcompete and displace native ant species, disrupting the delicate balance of local ecosystems, but their invasion doesn't stop at the great outdoors. Argentine ants are also notorious home invaders, sneaking into houses in search of food and shelter, and for our farmers, these ants are a significant pest, damaging crops and aiding the spread of harmful plant diseases. Their global conquest, while impressive, is a stark reminder of the profound impact invasive species can have on our world. Small but mighty, the Argentine ant. Hopping into number 2, we present the rabbits of Australia. Picture this, the year is 1859 and a nostalgic English settler releases a mere 24 rabbits into the wild for a spot of hunting. Little did he know he was unleashing an ecological catastrophe. These fluffy invaders, with their phenomenal reproductive rates, quickly multiplied into millions. They chewed through vast expanses of vegetation, leaving the land barren and vulnerable to erosion. Native wildlife dependent on these plants faced a severe food shortage, but it didn't stop there. The rabbits, in their relentless quest for food, dug burrows deep into the ground, destabilizing the soil and triggering landslides. They became a major threat to Australia's unique biodiversity. Attempts to control their population, from fences to biological control methods, have had varying degrees of success, but the battle continues. The rabbits, with their adaptability and resilience, remain a formidable adversary. Cute but destructive, the rabbits of Australia. Pouncing into the number 1 spot, the domestic cat. These furry felines have clawed their way into nearly every corner of the globe thanks to their close relationship with us humans. But with their spread, they've become unwitting invaders. It's estimated that domestic cats, both feral and pet, are responsible for the deaths of billions of birds and small mammals each year. This has a drastic impact on local wildlife populations, often leading to a ripple effect in the ecosystem that's hard to ignore. However, the domestic cat's status as an invasive species is a topic of hot debate. Many argue that it's not the cats themselves who are the problem, but rather human behaviors such as irresponsible pet ownership and habitat destruction. This controversy only adds to the cat's intrigue, making it a fitting contender for our #1 spot. Love them or hate them, our #1 spot goes to the domestic cat.